Hello all. Just thought to do a slightly different video today. Just gonna be talking over me doing some Reiki. I don't know, lately my mind has been resting and just feeling the pain that this world continues to grow, which is the pain of separation, the pain of loneliness. Because I don't know, every time I walk outside, every time I go for, just a walk amongst the people, I often just feel this feeling of separation from everyone. That, not that I don't see them, or even that they don't see me, but just that physically, but they don't. No, none of us look into each other and try to feel into what's really happening within our souls, within our beings. When you pass someone on the street, it's just a nothing. It's just supposed to be a cardboard box, more or less. That's how we're taught to feel about each other. People are just empty cardboard cutouts. The only people that matter are your family or whatever, like significant others or significant people in your life. That's the only people that matter. But it just feels so wrong. It just feels like a lie that I'm both telling to myself, but that we're all telling to each other. We're telling to each other that these walking, creative, designs of God that are billions surrounding us, that means nothing. All that matters is your own pleasure, your own thoughts, your own feelings. And even then, maybe your own feelings and thoughts don't matter. It's just about whatever vague value you've placed on whatever material thing that exists, that gives you some form of significance, either money or some sort of talent or ability or whatever it is. It's like we don't care about anything else other than one's ability to encourage or create success, and whatever that means. And it's killing me. It's honestly killing me. Slowly. Probably not slowly. It's been killing me for my whole life, and I've just felt this distinct lack of empathy whenever I'm out in the world. And as a kid, you just get used to it. You're just like, oh, that's just the world. But as I get older, and as I realize more about life, about God, about the self, about the being that we all are and we all share, I begin to see just how horrible this design, this world we've created really is, because it's predicated and built on false truths or false ideas, like that no one else matters, or not even that, just the only people that matter is how you are. And like I said, the significant people in your life, that's what most people live as. They might care about one or two people besides themselves, but that's it. Some people don't even care about themselves. That's where I believe like this heavy drug addiction and people just taking fentanyl or doing whatever it is that's hurting them and destroying their lives. It's because they don't care about themselves, obviously. They don't care about, and also they've been made to feel that they don't matter, and so they're living in a reality that has been created for them by other people who have the power or the money, or however you want to say it. However the system is designed, we all understand it. We all can see the holes and see the flaws that are manifesting this everyday reality we have. I guess it just kills me. It kills me because I know that it doesn't have to be like this. Life doesn't have to be so separate. We don't have to be so separate from one another. We don't have to be so separate. But a part of me also knows that this way we are living, this way of life and reality, will probably continue until we all decide to change the way we're living and the way we think about each other, the way we correspond with one another's feelings and emotions and thoughts, to truly take each other as one, or take each other as a part of ourselves. I know that reality where every single person is seen as a part of every single other person, that we all truly, care about one another in a not just human but in a spiritual, in the depths of our understanding of spirit, we recognize our being in the other. I know that won't happen immediately or soon in any sense, but my heart just dies knowing that this world doesn't have to be like this, and also that the injustices and the pains and sufferings that I can say people that I am going through, because we are all one, we are all the one I am going through sufferings and pains throughout this entire planet simply because there's another part of myself that wants to hold everything, that doesn't want to give up whatever limited power this human ego feels it has in this world. And so it allows this, all these different parts of ourselves that just allow all this suffering that's happening simply because it's not affecting them in the current experience they're having. It's not affecting me. But I guess it comes with enough understanding, enough spiritual recognition to realize that everything is affecting the one spirit, the one being that resides in all of us. We can say, oh, I don't have to care about the people in that other country, it's just whatever, that's not me. But at the end of the day, that is you. Literally, you are experiencing that because we are all the same being experiencing everything. You can't be spiritual while denying the pain that is happening to everyone. True spirituality is recognizing everything is me, everything is myself. And so it's hard to walk around in the casual day-to-day world and I'm not rich, but I live in a very wealthy area of Sydney in Australia, and I can just feel the disconnection of the people around me, even more so than when I've lived in more impoverished areas. The impoverished areas are more dangerous or they feel slightly worse, but there's more community, there's more feeling of connection because everyone's in the same sort of situation, so they can understand each other. But here it's everyone sort of is in the same situation. They're so distinct, so separate from one another, trying to vie for some competitive edge within a world that wasn't meant to be competitive. Or it's not, maybe it's not that it's not meant to be, it just doesn't have to be. We don't have to compete with each other. I don't know where I'm going with all this, or what's all this rambling about, but it's just thoughts in my mind. I guess all this relates to something I've been thinking about, that the new human that will come to be, or come to evolve on this planet through time, within, the changes of our society. That new human, which is also us, we're the harbingers of that new reality, that new consciousness. The new human is all about interconnection, but not just interconnection, but seeing deeply into every being and taking every being as oneself. That's all that Jesus was here to do, to teach us to care about one another, to teach us that we're all the same, literally. We're all one spirit. This life is a miracle. Spirit is a miracle. Existence itself is a miracle. But we're not destroying the miracle, but we're making a mockery of it through our actions and deeds. I don't know, I just felt compelled, and I needed to let this out. And if you're listening, you're probably on the same wavelength, or the same path in understanding like how much we are all the same, or how much we need to change in terms of like reflecting that truth in our behavior. And maybe this video or this message is simply a reminder for you to, when you're out next, or when something's happening in your life, or there's someone close to you who needs help, to reach out and to be there. Or even to see a stranger in the street and to fully feel into them, to truly just be like, who is this? Or like, what are they feeling? What are they going through? And you don't have to do anything like, give them something or whatever. It's just to take a part, or to take another as a part of yourself, just, in that emotional, mental way. Just to bring in this consciousness of the new human, which is what we inevitably are, directing our energies into creating. The new human is just us in a future sense. The new human is love for the self that lives in everyone and is everything. The new human is us, just a further along down the road, where every perspective, or every aspect of the God self that inhabits every human fully realizes itself and looks at another and sees the beauty of the divine. That is the destiny of humanity, I hope and believe, but is the destiny of what we, or as individuals who are on spiritual path, aspire to become the new human, which is really the old Jesus. The new human is simply taking the crown of Christ consciousness and placing it on our own heads, like the halo that you see so often in paintings where they depict an enlightened being. It's to take that crown, that halo of light, and to place it on ourselves. Where did they get that halo? It wasn't given to them. The reason why others don't have that halo in some paintings is because they didn't choose to put it on. They're not living the way in which life was meant to be lived. Yeah, I don't know what this whole talk was really about, but hopefully it helped some of you, or did something, or inspired some form of thought, or whatever. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you.